2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, greetings, salutations. I am the Raven. This is my not so motley crew. First of all, we have, by going by Discord order, we have JKLantern.
Hello! I still haven't died yet.
We can still hear his voice.
Ha 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 ha, staying alive.
Staying alive. Next up, we have Star Princess HLC. We can still hear her voice as well.
But can you hear Patches? Oh, sure, I put you up to the mic and now you don't talk.
I love that cat.
Next up, we have the God Onion Viola.
Hello. I am here.
Last but not finally, we have Yoko.
Hello? Is this Taco Bell?
No, but we're picking up the Taco Bell next week. We've been bought out.
So I don't remember. Had I died again in this game? Like, am I still dead?
Let's see. We have the Chomp, we have Viola, the Cat Burglar, Waffle Jr., the Bruiser, so 1 death. Surot the second, 3rd death. Well, technically only 1 because the replacement for Surot obviously was Blackjack.
Oh, we have Lantern 4, I see.
We have Nathan the second, so Nathan's died once. We have Rinse Star, which is star number 2. Lantern 4. Then we have Keeks, Kikyo's replacement. Then we have Carl, who we're never going to use because I'm useless to the Barbarian. Reach the Unity Sanctum. Okay. Lantern, it's time to redeem yourself.
Woo! Let's all go get our throats cut.
I'd rather have cheesecake,
That's fair.
Cheesecake.
I'm concerned.
which you'll hopefully be working on something for that later tonight. So
Oh,
Yeah, I have to do some recipe digging up later for food here.
yeah, bad enough my mom was poking you for a risotto recipe earlier.
I mean, that one's easy when you know how, and it's just a matter of, okay, here are the steps, here's what you need, have fun.
A
And,
slushy elemental?
Yep.
Nice.
and to bring Yoko up to date, this is about we're basically raiding dungeons because we've been kicked out of the Silver something guild, and we're going to do better by it. And the current thing for this one is we're out to steal ice cream from the ice cream monks.
I see.
And as we see, Lantern here is a dirty, dirty traitor who we saved.
I believe that ice cream should be shared with the world.
There we go.
Unless you're lactose intolerant.
Well, then I can make the dairy-free ice cream. Very
that's
easy.
true.
In fact, I actually had to make that for my mom last week, was it? Week before?
Oh.
Yeah, so my mom's been having a lot of trouble with her mouth for a variety of different reasons. And,
Oh.
like, first it was like an infection, and then she had to get a tooth removed for completely different reasons.
Ugh.
But there were a couple of days where she had to, like, eat soft foods, tap into my giant supply of Ensure that we keep on hand for me just in case. But yeah, one day I had to make her the banana ice cream, which is easy to do. You just need a couple bananas, a blender, and a freezer. Also, Star, guess what?
What?
Blammo!
I don't get it.
Oh, you're about to get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm confused.
I'm just taking this up to something.
No! No! No!
Roll for the deception.
Hmm.
My dice are over there.
Ah. I see.
Ooh. This doesn't look great.
You
Ah.
sneaky bastard.
Nice one.
And I can't.
Why?
Because of
Why?
my setup, I can't see what that is yet.
Ooh,
Oh.
come on.
Spoilers! It was $5.
Do I want a desktop shortcut of you or not? That's the question.
Excuse me, what?
He might have sent me something on Steam.
Oh,
Oh. I see. That makes more sense.
I
was
should
very
actually.
We may have a stream one-shot later.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I already know the name of that video once we do it.
Ooh.
Thanks, I hate it.
This bad?
Damn, that downloaded fast.
Just new.
I mean, it's like, what, 2 Genesis games or something like that?
Probably.
That was close.
Oh yeah, I saw Metal saying that a lot of the Sony games were on sale.
It's not Sonic, but it's
Nope.
very close.
Oh, I think I know what that is.
I don't, but
We literally mentioned it
excited to
in
see it.
this call just a few minutes ago.
Listen, I wasn't paying attention.
You're not paying attention, how dare.
Oh hey, a gelato cube. Something like that was a big part of Onward.
Yes.
You know, I ended up having a movie night with my parents last night, and we watched Onward.
Huh.
I was actually texting Star throughout the entire thing. My final verdict for that movie was basically, it's okay.
Yeah, because like I was hoping we were going to see that one when he came to visit in March, but that didn't happen. But from the sound of things, it was probably a good thing I missed out on it.
Like, it wasn't bad, it just wasn't awesome.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Like again, I'm gonna be making sure that he watches Coco when he does eventually visit. So.
Oh, Coco
Yes.
is great.
Yes.
Coco looks like all of the stuff that I will love.
Mm.
Yes. It's a good movie.
Also, I'm deliberately holding off on Detective Pikachu and the Sonic movie. Uh-oh. It's Kikyo versus Meg. Who will win?
Oh no.
Honestly, last Disney movie I watched that I found really amazing, because I have watched some that I appreciated, but that I found really amazing, was Zootopia and Inside Out.
I have seen
Okay.
neither of those. One of my friends adored Inside Out.
Well, the thing with Inside Out is I related a lot for several reasons.
Mhm.
And when it came out, I was like, what, 12, 13? It's literally the age of the main character of the movie, and well, you relate a lot to what happens to her inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen Inside Out. I've yet to see the other one.
What did I say? Zootopia is I think it's a great
It's-
picture of metropolis. Look, I am bad with words today. It's a great picture of the diversity of people in the city
Hmm.
and such, pictured
most-
by different animals.
Yeah, I know the one thing that always made me a little bit happy was that the actor for Snow White in Once Upon a Time is the voice of Judy.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
neat. I did.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Alas, we have lost Lantern the Fourth and we lost Keeks.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, and that's the second time in a game we've killed CPOs.
You should have got that in this jab.
The Unlantern.
Okay, why isn't this going for...
It doesn't like
Does it like...
uppercase letters.
Apparently not.
Oh, I have that. That's why I have 2 keyboards.
What?
So,
Technically, you do, yes, because you're on a laptop and you have a keyboard connected to it.
yeah, so some of the buttons on the keyboard of my laptop don't always work together, and it's super annoying. And you can actually generally tell when I'm on the laptop keyboard, because like all of a sudden, number one, everything will be lowercase. Number two, like there will randomly be a letter like 15 times, and
Oh.
and sometimes there will just be letters missing. Because I'll be trying to type it, and I'll finally just, like, after slamming on the one letter 15 times, I'll go, screw it! They know what I'm trying to say.
Is that why there's so many Z's when you nuzzle me?
No, that's just me just, like, jamming down on the keyboard. I'm like, nuzzle.
Behold, as we get the background view of the Landstar relationship.
Much nuzzling and cuddling.
Yep.
And you're adorable.
Facts. Those are some facts right there.
Also, is Unlantern wearing a scuba mask?
Yep.
I think
I
so.
think he is.
I thought I was wearing, like, a pair of panties on my head, all oolong style, but...
Sigh.
I may have been rewatching some of Dragon Ball this section this morning.
I see.
Nerd.
Have I plugged that on your channel yet, Star? I can't remember.
I think you've mentioned it a couple of times. Like, I know when I was going through the highlight reel for Mother 3, there was a point where Courage was there, and you're like, hey, Courage, this is Lance's favorite game.
Oh, yeah. And it's true, it is. For a while, Lance's banner pick on Facebook was the hairdryer monster.
Ah.
To be fair, I think he was the cutest of those chimeras.
Yeah.
Wee.
Lizard Man owns, for he is both lizard and man.
Yep.
But was he created the same way as the lizard?
Oh god, that could get me started on a rant about the varying Spider-Man movies, but we'll save that for something else.
A possible coming idea.
Yes. Much like
I
with
have a-
Resident Evil.
I have opinions about Spider-Man in general, and about really weird-ass parts of Spider-Man.
Hmm.
Good grief.
2 scoops of fruit, just like Raisin Bran.
Like raisin bread.
I remember those commercials. I remember there was
Yep.
one where a guy was like, "I don't feel like I deserve this Raisin Bran." It's like, well, you must have done something. I saved a bee from my windshield wiper the other day. That makes you worthy.
Well, I suppose if they don't, then at least they all try.
Moose.
Moose. There was a guy I knew in middle and high school, and like I remember like a bunch of people were asking him animal noises for some reason, and one of the ones they asked him was moose, and he's like, "Oh, that's easy. The noise the moose makes is moose." Also, something that people don't realize until they actually encounter moose. Moose are friggin' gigantic. I remember when we went to Alaska, 9 years ago, something like that. We actually went up close to a moose, and like, when you're a kid, you think like, oh, moose, it's just like deer with oddly shaped horns. No, it's like, please don't step on me, Mr. Moose. You're huge.
Actually, that reminds me of there was a story I know my dad told of one of his friends who went up to, I think, Canada, and there was a moose that they encountered. It took a very big liking to his pickup truck.
Of course it did.
I see.
It
Also,
did some damage.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I would imagine so. Also, if you get the chance to go there, food prices tend to be high because of import issues, but Alaska, friggin' beautiful. It's gorgeous up there. I had a bad experience at Denali State Park, but that was not Denali's fault. That was the norovirus's fault. Do not recommend. Don't get the norovirus. But like it's like beautiful forests mostly up there, and the port towns are charming. I actually wound up in Sarah Palin's hometown, or the town she was mayor of or something. Skagway, was it? And there was the Sarah Palin store, which was a thing. Like it's one of those things where like, and it was right around the 2012 election too. So it was like you go in and it's like, this is weird and I can't look away.
I had forgotten Sarah Palin existed until this moment.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. But yeah, like I went in and it's like, oh, we have books by Sarah Palin, we have books about Sarah Palin. Okay, I get that. Politician, yeah, they do that. But the Sarah Palin bikini doll.
What?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What?
What?
Yeah, that was my reaction. Like we were going through because it exists. We're in Alaska. Why the hell not? It's weird. And like, I pick up the souvenir, and I'm like tilting my head, going, "Why does this exist?"
The scary part is somebody probably took that way farther.
No, no. Ah, frick, I dropped my pen.
It's that bad.
One of the funnier things in Alaska was like we're talking to like the random people and the random tour guides, and one of the random things we learned is like everybody in Alaska, salmon fishermen.
Mhm.
I see.
Tour guide, also a salmon fisherman. Mayor of the town, salmon fisherman. Janitor, salmon fisherman. Guy who owns the hotel, salmon fisherman. Like literally everybody, their second job during salmon season, salmon fisherman. Yep.
Question, shapeshifter, who do we name them?
Me.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted to go Anna.
Aw.
For the furry status. What did you say, Yoko?
I think
I-
Yoko wants to be one.
You want to be the
I
shape?
want to be a shapeshifter.
I'm good with Yoko being the shapeshifter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look. The capital Y works.
Wow, it,
Three.
it's exactly like my laptop keyboard. Welcome to Yoko Quest.
You know, the fanfiction that we never got.
You
I
mean the
keep
one
for-
with the aardvark?
I keep forgetting that was a thing.
It's,
Oh, God.
it's in
We even
Cast.
referenced it in Hatoful.
Yeah.
It's in Card Against Humanity. It keeps coming up.
I mean,
Here-
the idea came up in a stream, what, a year ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on a school trip back then, I remember.
Mhm.
It was between February and March.
I keep thinking during all of the plague going on that, like, oh boy, I should write some crap. And then I don't. It's great.
Have you seen that Tumblr post I reblogged? Of me has to self quarantine all the shows I said I couldn't watch because of time, all the projects that I'm working on, all the writing that I want to do,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
get John Mulaney, and then I didn't.
And then I didn't. Yeah, that's...
And today, for the first time in God knows how long, I actually wrote something that wasn't related to the crew.
I do have a crew-related project that I do want to write.
Yes, you do.
Completely unrelated, Raven.
Uh-oh.
Are there any Smash Brothers / Nintendo characters you are particularly fond of?
No.
For reasons.
Again, totally unrelated.
Reasons, TM.
No, this isn't like Metal asking me who's my favourite character, and then the next day, yanking a picture drawn of me as them.
It's not a picture.
No.
No, it's another words.
Why would that be a thing? What?
My apologies, I do not have any particular favourite Nintendo characters.
Ganon it is!
Motherfucker!
Ah well.
So... I know Yoko's heard a little bit about this project. I know Star's heard a lot about this project idea. Because she was helping me do some of the background planning. But,
Yes, I wonder why.
like, I tentatively have the crew divided into 3 groups.
Yeah.
And I have them, like,
Nothing.
I have them, like, affectionately nicknamed, like, Team Dumbass, Team Ladies Night Out, and Team Evil.
Mm.
I'm a Team Evil, aren't I?
I'd probably be another Team Dumbass or Team Evil.
Team Evil, I have, and this is subject to change.
Mhm.
Oh.
Just because the idea keeps changing in small bits in my head, but like Team Evil, I have ostensibly as like Raven, Dino, Sarat, and myself.
I see.
If Sarot wasn't there, I will be having questions.
And like I'm torn on 2 characters for Sarat. Neither of them are probably his first choice. I don't care. I'm actually curious who Sarat would pick for Smash, honestly, or as like a favorite Nintendo character. Like I just recently learned that he He'll play Mario, it's just not his favorite thing, and it's like, oh, huh, okay.
Hmm.
Also, I'm convinced he has played, like, every NES game ever.
Yoko, I am trying my best to keep you alive. Thus, I'm trying to get as much grind this way as possible, get you as high a level and as best geared up as possible.
Hate to listen.
Does Yoko have a toilet paper roll on her head?
I thought it was toast.
It looks like a toaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Where's Yoko? Make a toast!
Uh,
Howdy,
Oh, no.
doodly-doo! Talkie's the name, toast's my game!
Oh
Yoko, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Oh,
wait,
wait.
no,
Oh.
you're alive!
Oh!
no!
The power of toast compels you.
Do, do not get between Yoko and her toast. Actually, hang on.
Do not touch my fucking bread.
There we go. Immortalized.
Yoko, I missed you.
I've missed all of you too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yoko, look out! A poisonous snake!
Are we going to have to, like, do more videos of King's Quest V just so we can crap on that game more?
Hmm.
Oh, a spiky hat.
Ooh. For a long time, King's Quest V was actually, like, the highest-selling, CD-ROM game until, like, Myst happened.
I haven't played either of them because I wasn't. Was I even born?
For King's Quest V, probably not. For Myst, let me think, how old are you? Yeah, no, you weren't born for either of them.
I see. But the thing is, I got into video games quite late. I think I was,
Oh no.
I was
Uh-oh.
what? Oh no!
Yoko,
You-
Yoko, I'm
You
sorry.
just took him with him.
It's okay.
We have no chance, especially when they went.
I will meet you in the next life.
Survives.
Okay,
Yeah, she-
we're trying to
She's a
pipe.
shape. Yep. I mean, she's a shapeshifter, so therefore she could shape into another shapeshifter.
Yee. That's the
She
idea.
can regenerate from a single cell. God damn it, Dragon Ball.
But yeah, I think I got into video games. Well, I used to get a Nintendo DS back when I was 6, I think.
Lantern, you're gonna love this one.
But I think I really got into video games and such back when I was 11 or 12.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I didn't actually own a console until I was about 13, and that was the PS1. That said, like, several of my friends had the NES. My cousins had the Sega Genesis. My neighbor had the Genesis with add-ons, and then later, like, my neighbor got the N64 and whatnot.
Also, look in front of you, a one-headed monkey.
Mm,
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
yeah, the thing is, like, the way, like, I have been for a long time, and I still am technically a console gamer. I have only been recent, like, I have had a few PC games that were like one of the old Harry Potter EA games or some Disney games, but nothing really. How do I say? Really not specific, but not really licenses and such. Even that, it was console games and such.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Mostly because I didn't have the support for it before.
yeah. Like, one of the great things about modern PC gaming is just it's so much easier to find games that are compatible for whatever computer you're using. Especially with Steam and things like that being right there. I remember back in the dark ages of the 90s, like we would get games and like we would look at the back at the system requirements and be like, okay, this should work with our computer, and like random bits of them wouldn't for some reason. Like here's a great example. The CD-ROM versions of King's Quest VI and Space Quest IV, until I was in my 20s, I did not realize those games actually had music. Because for whatever reason, the voice effects and the sound effects worked fine with our sound card. The music, nope.
Oh.
Like, I remember you had that problem you said with Jazz Jackrabbit, too.
Oh, yeah, Jazz Jackrabbit. I had the demo of it, and, like, Jazz Jackrabbit has cheesy 90s Sega Genesis-esque soundtrack, which I didn't know, because I didn't hear any of it, because for some reason the sound didn't work for my version of it, and all I got was, like, brrr, 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 brrr.
Oh.
Just like random purring fart noises when I shot and jumped and got hit.
Huh.
I see.
And
and then I listened and I showed him and Courage some music, and they were like, "Why did we never get to hear this?"
yeah. And like when we had the demo of One Must Fall 2097, which was another thing by Epic, like for the demo, all we got were this same brrr, brrr, brrr noises. But then when Courage sent away for the full version, we install it and we start playing it. Lightning noises? What? Epic soundtrack? What? Oh my god, this is... My life has changed! Also, we got a lot of mileage out of that game.
Back in the day, I bought the 3.5 version, floppy disk version of Discworld.
Oh!
Which,
Nice.
Which at the time was because we didn't own a machine with a CD drive on it.
Yeah.
So I never got to experience that game, the voices. That was into someone else played it. I watched their Let's Play, and it was Eric Idle is so Windswind.
I need to experience the Discworld game. I really do.
That should be on your list next for Sirot's videos.
Damn it, I should put that on there. I also just need to watch more of Sarat's stuff, in general. I finally got through all of the Sam and Max things, and the end of Devil's Playhouse gave me some feels.
How dare that game be having an ending like that?
That said, I still think Hits the Road is better, and if we were to stream or LP any of them, Hits the Road would be the one I'd say go for it, because it's just a better game in general.
Fair.
What is this? What is Moose wearing?
Balaclava.
I was about to say, Moose has become one of the buttholes from Castle Crashers.
Oh.
See, my thought was going to Felonious from the Shrek movies. Pick number 3, me lord.
And just for that, Moose has now got a bit of hat.
Oh god, it's Poppy.
Oh no.
You have to stay 500 feet away, Poppy.
Oh, that's one story we would probably never going to get to hear told. I don't want it being told.
I was
Story
the
time.
first one to hear it.
That is true, because I Facebooked you that day and was like, I just got molested by a parrot.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. There's a story. I got that on my videos now.
Technically, first it was Courage popped into the Lord of the Rings server. It's like, Lantern finally made peace with parrots. So then I Facebook was like, congratulations, you finally had found a bird that that liked you, and I was horribly wrong.
Oh, it liked me, all right.
Just not in the way you.
That
Cherish it while it's around.
a bunch of the pictures that my mom and my sister-in-law posted from the trip like came up right when quarantine was starting, and I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, like I saw your sister-in-law posted a couple pictures too.
Yeah, like the one with her with the Coco Loco. Which is the reason that I got molested by a parrot.
Oh.
Go, Yoko!
You've got this. I believe in you.
Yay!
I'm also not focusing. 'Cause I'm doing art.
And we just got you as well.
Oh, rip Yoko the second, I guess.
I need to look at my
You-
idols.
Well,
Gather round and listen
You shouldn't have shapeshifted into a red shirt. That was...
to allow,
That is true.
Your first mistake.
but also
There's a saying in France. I have no idea if it's also a thing in England or America, but we have a saying that basically means never two without three.
You what now?
I've heard something like that, and I can't remember the exact verbiage. Night of the Living Unlantern. I thought that said Bork Vest for a second, and I was like, I can be a puppy!
Bonk, bonk.
Bork, bork, bork!
what was I talking about?
With the Bork Bork, we either got someone Pom or Silas.
We have adopted Sias for just so many random ass things that we're doing. Like in my Pokemon game that I'm very slowly going. Like Anna went through Pokemon Sword in like 2 days. I've barely played it. Like I just beat the first gym, but like my player character is Sias. Star's character in Dragon Quest Monsters, Sias.
Yep.
When if/when we get to a certain series of games, the protagonist is going to be Sias, just because.
Yep. I almost feel we should try to get him in somewhere for the next game we're doing.
We were going to have Kikyo and other people.
Well, I can do it's true.
And Surat just because we can, and we haven't trolled Surat nearly enough. So Surat, we love you, you beautiful bastard.
You know he's gonna come back with that. He's gonna do worse.
Yep. Yes. I remember when the casting for Cello's one-shot dub was announced. I had auditioned for a whole bunch of people, and I was like, I'm not getting any of these parts. Cello has friends who are actual voice actors, but like there was one character who I was like, you know what, they need someone older. I have a decent shot at this because I'm like one of the older people she knows, and like I was busy during the casting announcement, and so like I come back for it. I'm like, well, I didn't get cast. Who possibly could have gotten that part? And I was actually a little annoyed. And then it's like, for the part of this character, Surat. And I'm like, no, wait. Cello made the right choice. Good for you, Cello. Good for you, Surat. if I was in your shoes, I would have made the same damn call.
Worry about the day you lose a role to me.
And for like the Mario Galaxy thing, like there is a specific part that like Surratt and I both auditioned for that role, and I'm shocked that he didn't get it because it's a character requiring a sexy Latino accent, and like this was like a week after Surratt did the Vega song for Man on the Internet. So like I was like, okay, wait just a damn minute. Have you heard? Casting director, have you listened to Surratt sing that? Because you done goofed here, giving me that part. Granted, for the Mario Galaxy thing, I'm still blown away that Cool is like, oh wow, you're perfect for all of these parts, and I'm like, I hate my singing voice, really? The good thing about most of those parts, though, also, work has been going on behind the scenes for that, we promise.
Yes.
Oh, quick notice. Flaming Poppy.
Bork!
Boric.
But, the good thing about all of the numerous parts I was cast for, because I'm, what, 4 people in that?
Yeah, I think so.
All of them just are Lantern, do ridiculous voices. Sing while doing ridiculous voices. Like one of them is Southern, one of them is, me trying to do the boogeyman from, Nightmare Before Christmas. One of them was, oh, you like the spicy accent, do you?
I see.
And, one of them, like, Joe, I have to sing like a surfer. I'm trigger happy every day. So yeah, it's just like goofy ass voices while singing. Sure, I can do that.
Bloody monkey stealing all my cards.
The librarian said, if you take his bananas, he will pry them from your cold dead hands.
True.
I love the librarian so much in Discworld. One of my favorite librarian moments is actually in Guards. And I can't remember the exact context of this happening, but like Vimes is pissed off about something, and he lifts the librarian with one hand, and he's like, "You did what, you stupid monkey?" And like the narration is, the librarian at this point charitably forgave Vimes for describing him as a monkey, because the librarian figured that a man capable of lifting a 300-pound orangutan with one hand possibly already has too much on his mind already.
Yeah.
You're wrong, but I'm not even gonna bother risking dying in your hands.
Sam Vimes is such a badass.
Yeah.
In a setting full of badasses. like the only character who comes close to being as badass is probably Granny Weatherwax.
Oh, yes.
And like I unfortunately don't like the witch books as much, but I cannot deny the sheer badassery of Granny Weatherwax, because This is going to spoil one of the later Discworld books, but when she gets bitten by a vampire, she doesn't get vampired. The vampires get weatherwaxed.
They crave a cup of tea.
Yep.
And probably a few people well, if anyone's watching this and will want to read that book, it's a case of, how dare you spoil it?
Yeah, it's only been how many years old?
Yeah.
That one came out, what, mid 2000s, I want to say?
Wait, is it Discworld that I wanted to start?
Discworld can't juggle them.
Okay, Carpe Jugulum, let's take a quick look here. Carpe Jugulum. That one came out in... Oh, 1998, okay.
And of course, we have a look at the graveyard, and
Oh yeah, it's this scroll that I wanted to start, and I have the first one, I think.
The first couple books are a little rough.
yes.
Yeah, listen, I have the Color of Magic waiting for me to read.
It's fun. They get better.
Yes.
Mhm.
So here we have the graveyard, just to finish things up, and it's yes. Let's see. We're on to our third Yoko. We're on Kikyo, Keeks, Moose. We're on to our.
Why do I have this song stuck in my head? That's...
Well, we've had some deaths along the way, but
Look,
It means that we will be ready for the skeleton army later.
Yeah.
yes, which is
Lantern is like Chief O'Brien or Ensign Harry Kim. He exists to be killed off.
Yeah.
and no, this is all for now. I've been your host, the Raven. This has been my motley crew.
We exist.
We do?
Indeed.
I want pizza.
I want cheesecake.
Well, the last
I
time
will have cheesecake.
I talked to Wiley, she basically confirmed that I don't exist.
Oh,
Excuse me, what?
awkward.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see.
Yes. Oh well.
Someone just posted a hilariously dark thing on Facebook, and I need to share it with the world.
So later, people, and until next time.
Yeah. Boy.
I guess this is goodbye.
Goodbye and good luck.
Boy.